Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest with me. This is Nico. He's about 2 years old, or a year and a half. No, a year and a half. I have another one here who is a little bit harder to film because he's bigger, but he is in the very last clip of this video just so that you guys can see. I wanted to share my babies with you guys. They are like my children, so. Oh, you're so sweet, Nico. You're such a gentleman. Anyways, I just filmed this like chatty get ready with me video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mainly just talk about my dogs, but so if you're not a dog lover, you might not be interested in this video, or you might just want to mute the audio. But yeah, if you want to see how I put this look together, then keep watching. Alright, starting off with primer, I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty. So for this video, I'm not going to do a talk through. I'm just going to get ready for my day on camera. Okay, so for foundation, I've been doing this lately. I've been using my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation in 4W2 Chai and mixing it in with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless 310 Sun Beige. And it's been wearing so nice. Like, I barely even get oily, just a little bit in my T-zone throughout the day. The only thing is I have like a new little friend right here, and it might be from the Laura Mercier. We're gonna wear it again one more time just to see if the foundation is the culprit. It could just be like hormonal. This is like kind of old. This one I've had for a few days, so I know it's not from the foundation, but this one definitely came up overnight. I'm gonna do my eyes now. Just priming them with my Sephora Bright Future concealer. And for today, I wanted to use this big Sephora palette. It's not even a palette, it's like a kit. It's like it literally has little legs here that you can make into like a stand, and it has a mirror. I'll show you. It has all these, but it has like all these. And you can actually pull it out for some blush colors. It's really pretty. I got it as a gift from my girlfriend a few years ago, and I haven't used it. There's a ton of colors. These are all lip colors, and these two panels are eyeshadows. So I wanted to play with these because I want to see if they're still good after all these years. I don't think you're supposed to keep makeup for so long, but it's just eyeshadow, so I'm not scared. I'm willing to take the risk. So I'm just taking this white shade to set my lid. I'm gonna go in with this light, like orangey color right here. It's like a light peachy orangey color. I'm feeling like a bronzy kind of eye today, but there isn't like a brown that's light enough for a transition yet, so I'm gonna work with this one. So I have two dogs, right? I got them both neutered because they started marking in the house. Oh my god, it was the worst, guys. It was like pissing contest, literally. Like, let's say one started, lifting his leg to pee on one corner, the other would sniff it and try to pee over top, and then the other one would come back. And no matter like how much I cleaned it, the smell was still there. It's not like they were doing it every day, but it was pretty often. So I wanted to get them neutered for that purpose. We got them neutered on Tuesday. And as soon as we left the vet, they started hating each other. And these two, they played with each other all day. Like, when I'd leave, they'd be in the same room together, and they always got along. They're like brothers, right? So as soon as we left the vet, after getting neutered, they could not stand each other. They started fighting right away when we got in the car. So we're like, okay, maybe it's just because they're sensitive and they just had surgery. Then once we get home, they still hate each other. Like, they, even being near each other, they'd start growling at each other and start fighting. And this was really scary because my one dog, Mateo, he's a pit bull mix, and he's a lot bigger. He's like 6 times the size of Nico, who's like a small little Pomeranian. And Nico is really feisty, so he doesn't back down. So if those two got in a fight, it would be really bad. Like, I would have like one less dog for sure. So I had to keep them separated for a few days, and it was honestly a nightmare. Just feeding them, letting them go outside and stuff, just not letting them near each other, because every time they would even be in the same room, they'd start growling and a fight would stir up. So I called the vet, and they said, oh, it's kind of normal. They have to get used to the smell again, now that they smell different because they're neutered. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. And she's like, it's probably because they have cones on and they're scared of each other. So yesterday, my boyfriend decided to take off their cones to see if they would get along. And I was so nervous about doing that because if they got into a serious fight and they didn't have their cones, like one of them could get really hurt. One of them being Nico, right? So I was really nervous, but as soon as we took the cones off, they were fine. It was like old times. They sniffed each other and then they were playing. So I don't know. I thought that was crazy because they really hated each other for days. Like they couldn't even be in the same room, and all because of a cone. But honestly, doubting my decision about getting them neutered for like the first few days afterwards because they were being so aggressive towards each other, and I thought that neutering was supposed to calm them down, even though I know it takes a few weeks for the hormones to leave the body. But honestly, I felt like I made a big mistake for a few days. But now that they're playing again, I hope that in a few weeks I can start to reap the benefits of having 2 neutered dogs. It's supposed to like calm them down and help the marking. So I just built up like 2 neutral browns in the crease and the outer V, and I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Studio in number 25, Bad to the Bronze. It looks like this. I'm not sure if I like the color. It's not as warm as I liked it. I feel like it's kind of like a frosty bronze on me, kind of like a greeny bronze. Which can be pretty, but sometimes it's not what you're going for, you know. But yeah, today I'm going to go visit my boyfriend's new restaurants that we just opened up and meet the staff. So I want to look put together, that's for sure. See, I'm not sure like how I feel about this color. I'm not really, it just looks kind of like grayish on me. So I'm gonna go over it with a shimmer from that Sephora palette, just over top, just to warm it up a bit. But it does give a nice base for the shimmers to go on too. That's why I used it, because I figured if I still didn't like the color, then I could use it as an eyeshadow base. So after all these years, that Sephora palette is still pretty bum. Good to know. Oh, and yesterday I went to get laser done. I do my legs, my underarms, my half arm, and bikini / Brazilian. And it was my first time doing legs yesterday. I was actually supposed to do my legs last week when I did everything else. I did like the bikini and the arms and underarms last weekend, but I forgot to shave my legs like right before the appointment, so she couldn't do my legs, and I had to come back this weekend to do it. And I was so nervous that it was gonna hurt, because I swear everything else hurt me so bad, like especially the bikini. I was crying. My friend does it for me, and she said that I was the loudest client ever, that like she was thankful that there was nobody in the waiting room or else they would have left. That's how horrifying I made it seem. And I was like, really? No, I don't think so. I think I held it in like a real champ. Not. I'm just gonna use my NARS Ginger and a little bit of the Sephora. I'm just gonna set all the areas that I put the contour. I'm not gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty matchsticks today. I'm just gonna bronze. This will be the first day since I got that Fenty Beauty matchsticks that I haven't cream contoured. I love it that much. Alright, you know the deal. Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Alright, well, I just looked down at my viewfinder. It's really sad that I have this huge monitor as a viewfinder and I still don't pay attention to when my camera stops recording, because I was chit-chatting, I was looking in the mirror, I was looking at my makeup. I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know where we left off, but I'm going to move on to my lower lash line now. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go into that same first transition shade, that peachy shade, just to start. I want to keep the lower lash line pretty light, so I'm not going to go in with any dark colors. I think I'll probably just leave it as is. I'll just go in with a little bit of mascara and I'll leave this like pinky, peachy color. And before I go into mascara, I'm just going to set the whole face. And while my face is wet, I'm just going to set my brows with some soap. And I'm not going to wear falsies today. I'm just going to load up my lashes with mascara. I am using my favorite mascara in the world, L'Oreal Telescopic. And I'm just holding the mirror below me so that I can minimize the amount of mascara I'll get on my lids. And I like to do the 2 coats while the lashes are still wet. I don't wait for them to dry because I find that's what makes me get like the clumpy spider lash. I need to stop wearing falsies so often. Honestly, for like a year I didn't wear falsies. But then for YouTube, I started wearing falsies. And I only wore them for maybe like a week straight, every day. And I can already tell that my lashes are more sparse, especially on this side. This side is usually my good side. Like the lashes are longer and thicker on this side for some reason. But now when I'm doing mascara, like I can see that I have a lot of balding areas. I guess when I rip off the lashes, the glue takes off my natural lashes as well. So my mascara is drying up, so I'm just going to put in a few drops of Visine. That like extends the life of my mascara so much. Because personally, I like a more wet formula for mascara. Alright, so my battery died and I just finished up my upper and lower lashes. I'm going to wait for them to dry before I curl them with mascara. That makes the biggest difference ever because you can't even see my lashes even with mascara unless I curl them. So I had my curling iron already heated up. I'm just going to touch up my bangs. See how this one's kind of just hanging straight? This one's okay. This one still has like that nice bend, but I'm just going to touch them up. And I'm using this like cheap curling iron. I don't need like any high-end curling irons to curl my hair. This Conair Instant Heat one does the trick for me. It doesn't get as hot, I noticed, as some other curling irons that I have. But I don't mind it because I like a really soft, loose curl. Especially if I'm going for a big wand like this. And before it fully cools, I'll just place it where I want it to fall, especially for the bangs. When I'm touching on my hair, I don't section again. I just grab random pieces that might need a little extra love, and I think it gives it that more effortless look. It's just because they're not all even sized pieces. I like it when it's just like a bend in the hair and I leave out the ends because I try to preserve as much length as possible. Just because I recently cut my hair when I went to Vietnam this year, I had to cut off a lot of my hair. It was maybe like this much of my hair because I decided to perm it straight and it destroyed my hair, so I had to cut off all my ends. And yeah, so now at least I have this fresh hair and I'm just in the process of growing it back out, so I don't like to do tight curls or have it too short. I had short hair once and I liked it, but I don't know if I would do it again. I'm going to go in with my Strip Down Lip Pencil by MAC and a nude. This is like Viva Glam something, I don't know. It's rubbed off, but I know it's a Viva Glam. It's just like a nude like this. I just like wearing nude lips for an everyday look just because they wear off really nice throughout the day. So if I eat or I'm drinking water or anything, I don't have to worry about reapplying or having it rub off in the center and being really obvious. Alright guys, so here is the completed look. I wanted to put Nico on camera just so that you could put a face to the name. And then I have my other one here. He's big, so he's harder to put on camera. Oh, there's Mateo. There's my little snookum. And now they love each other again. And don't mind my wrinkly backdrop. I can't figure out how to get it straight. I have maybe like 10 clamps holding it together, but it's still a little wrinkly. I think it's the material because this is like a satin material, so still figuring it out. Bear with the wrinkly backdrop for now. I will get it under control soon, I promise. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat, get ready with me. I know I kind of ranted about my dogs a bit, but look at this face. They're such a big part of my life. Like, how could I not? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me video, and I'll see you in my next one.